I found my father's suicide note addressed to me minus 15 years after his accidental death. My mother has been hiding it all this time. I always thought my father died in a car accident when I was 12. Fell asleep at the wheel, my mother would say whenever I asked. For 15 years, that's been the story I've carried. Until yesterday when I found a sealed envelope while helping my mother clean out her attic before she moves to a smaller home. My name was written on it in handwriting I barely recognized, but somehow knew instantly my father's inside was a 5-page letter dated the day he died. The first line shattered everything I thought I knew. By the time you read this, I will have taken my own life. My hands shook so badly I could barely hold the pages. He detailed his decade-long battle with depression, how he'd tried medications, therapy, even hospitalization, how he'd hidden it all from me to be the father you deserved, how he'd finally reached a point where he believed we would be better off without him. The letter ended with, I've arranged it to look like an accident so you and your mother can collect the insurance. Please don't blame her for keeping this from you. I made her promise to give you this letter only when she felt you were ready. I love you more than my own life, which is why I couldn't bear to stay and watch you suffer because of my illness. When I confronted my mother, she collapsed into tears. She admitted she'd never planned to give me the letter. What good would it do? She asked. I wanted you to remember him as strong, not as someone who chose to leave us. I've spent 15 years believing a lie, 15 years wondering why my father didn't break, didn't swerve, didn't try harder to come home to us, 15 years angry at his carelessness when in reality his final act was meticulously planned. I am struggling to reconcile the father I thought I knew with this man who suffered silently, who made a choice I can't understand. I am angry at my mother for hiding the truth, yet I understand her impossible position. I am grieving all over again, but for a different death than the one I've mourned since childhood. Last night, I found myself looking through old photo albums. There he is smiling in every picture, his arm around me or my mother. Was he suffering even then? Were there signs I was too young to see? The letter has changed everything and nothing. He's still gone, but now I am left wondering minus if he had told us about his struggles, could we have helped him? If my mother had given me this letter years ago, would I have processed his death differently? And the question that keeps me awake at night?